Today we're talking about the underrated 8 niches that will make you rich. Now the reason Faceless creators are blowing up the channel so quickly is because they are picking the right niche. In this video we're not only going over the 8 most underrated niches to start right now, but we're going to rank them by the earning potential, the ease of creation, and we'll be giving them an overall score out of 10. And when it comes to this, I'm a nerd. All right, so let's actually dive in. Okay, starting off with the first and probably the most saturated out of the 8, but still a very good niche, and that's the business documentary. Okay, now we're going to look at Magnet Media. Now Magnet Media has been in the game for a while. If we look at the oldest post, that was 6 years ago with 29,000 views, with the most popular one with around 11 million views. Now you can see that this particular channel, Magnet Media, they're getting views on every single one of their videos, and it doesn't matter when they were posted. Okay, now this is basically evergreen content, and if you don't know what evergreen content is content that you could post 1 month from now, a year from now, or 5 years from now, and that video will still be getting views. Now you can see for here, for example, this video was posted 2 years ago and it's still getting you views, and that's still basically making you money. Now I want you to think of this. Imagine you have a backlog of content, okay, like Magnet Media, it's got multiple videos here. Now if all these videos are consistently getting you hundreds of views every single hour, those views accumulate in your channel and you get paid from those views. Okay, so that's also the power of YouTube automation. If you manage to get a backlog of different videos that are getting views consistently every single day for the years to come, you're going to be getting paid a lot. Okay, now that's what Magnet Media is doing. Now we actually want to see how much Magnet Media is actually earning. Okay, so we're going into view stats, and we could see that this month, on the last 28 days, it's gotten 2 million views and it's earning around 3.5 to $10,000. Okay, now I think this is more on the high side of $10,000, maybe around $11,000 or $12,000 even. But the reason it's so high is because there's a difference of the viewers that you attract for your channel. Okay, and on top of that, the difficulty of creation, okay, like the entry barrier for these type of videos. So that also takes a part on how much you get paid, as well as obviously the niche and the type of content or topics you talk about. For business documentary style videos, you're kind of talking about business, so you're attracting people that are interested in business, and mainly people that are interested in business have more money to play around with or to invest in, and that's why the advertisers for YouTube are happier paying these higher rates to put their ads into these type of videos, because the people that are watching these type of videos have more money to spend with or play around with. Okay, now Magnet Media, the quality of their videos is actually highly edited, highly insane in After Effects. So I would say for the content creation, I would give this a 6, because it is quite difficult. There's a lot of research that gets put into place, but the potential earnings, I would give around a 8 or even a 9. I also say that because they also sell a product that they offer as well down here. So it is a little bit saturated. So you will have to come into this niche with a different angle, a new idea, or bringing something new into the market. Okay, now this next one is probably a lesser known one, and that's making money with AI channels. Okay, now if we look at this channel is AI Guy. They are a faceless YouTube channel that teach people how to do YouTube automation. Okay, now we could see that this channel is averaging not too many views. Okay, if we look at the most popular one, we could see that the most popular one got 1.6 million views. Now that's not really like crazy or insane, and if we look at the oldest, they've been in the game for like a year or so. Okay, now let's actually see how much money they're making. So you can see they're just about making $500 to $1.5 thousand. Okay, now this isn't much at all, but the real way that this channel is doing it, and the way we teach our students inside Faceless Media, and if you don't know what Faceless Media is, click the link in the description so you can find out more. But what AI Guy is doing is they're actually funneling their viewers from their Faceless videos into a paid product or service. Okay, now here we could see that they actually offer a community, and we could see that they have 588 people in the community, and they charge $75 a month. So now we can see they're actually getting a recurring revenue of $44,000 a month. Now this is nothing compared to what they're making from YouTube, but they're using YouTube as a platform to direct their viewers into a paid service. Okay, now the earning potential for this is insane, because if they really focus and change the strategy a little bit on YouTube, they can actually turn their monthly recurring revenue on YouTube to around $10,000. but they're still funneling their viewers into this community, so it's still a win for them, and they're making around $44,000, which is insane. For the ease of creation, this will probably be around a 3 or a 4. The only thing here is you actually need to know what you're talking about when it comes to selling a service or product. So for example, if you're making a Faceless channel on how to build a TikTok page, for example, you actually need to know and have the knowledge on how to do that, so then you can actually teach or sell a service or sell a product. So you've got to have some sort of understanding on what you're making the content on. So that's the ease for creation. I'll give it around a 4 or 5. Now for the earning potential, this will probably be up there around the 8 or a 9, because there's so much potential here as well. You could also provide services, done for you services, which could also increase your revenue. Okay, now if you thought that was cool, take a look at this channel, TechZone. Now TechZone's been in the game for a while. If we look at their videos, we could see that the oldest video was posted 8 years ago and it got 1.1 million views. The most popular video got 19 million views in 6 years. Okay, now that's quite insane. Now let's actually look about how much money this channel is doing. So this channel, with 4.68 million views, they've actually generated nearly $35,000. Okay, now I agree that this is probably in the higher side of the bracket here, maybe around the $30,000 to $35,000. That seems quite accurate for me. Now the interesting part about TechZone is that they don't actually make the content themselves. What they do is like a compilation style video. They take content from different videos or interesting products. In this case, for example, we look at the cool survival gadgets. They're getting these videos from other places. For example, it could be like Amazon, it could be Facebook, Twitter, X, all these different social media platforms. They find interesting products and make a compilation video with a voiceover on top. Now the ease of creation for this particular channel, I would say it's 10. Like, it's so easy to actually make this content. The only downside to this is you could get copyright claims, but that's very, very unlikely. We saw how much they're making. Now the earning potential for this is also up there, so I would give it a 8 as well. The reason I'm giving it 8 is because look what they're actually doing. So this is their video. Now, not only are they talking about the products, they are also adding affiliate links down here so they can actually start making money from you purchasing. Okay, now the power of affiliate links, if you don't know what it is, you're basically selling someone else's product or service for them and you get commission paid out of it. For example, if we look at the AI guy, they've actually had to come up with their own products and build the whole thing up and then start selling it. What TechZone are doing is they're using other people's products that they had to build, they had to make, and then selling it for them, and they get paid a commission for it. So in their videos, they actually speak about these tools, add their links in the description. So now they're not making money just from YouTube ads, they're making money from affiliate links. So now you're opening up to other revenue streams. Okay, so that's very, very cool in terms of what TechZone is doing. Okay, now the next one is a niche that we've recently seen with my team growing in channels. And what do I mean by that? That is the daily fuel up. Okay, now we've currently seen with my team doing the research, we've seen that there are many channels growing in the motorsports or Formula One type content. Okay, this channel's is a year old. The most popular video has 4.4 million views, and we could see that the latest videos are getting decent views. In 12 hours they got 102,000 views, which is good. We could see a month ago 282, so they're getting very decent views, very good views. 2 months ago 1.3 million views, and it's still getting views, which is insane. So now the ease of creation for this particular channel is, I wouldn't say it's the hardest. The only difficult part here is actually getting the clips for the videos. Now because you are using a well-known like name, for example Formula One, sometimes Formula One's YouTube channel can put content strikes on your videos. For a earning potential, I would give it around maybe a 3 or a 4. That's just because you can make good money with YouTube automation, but the way I like to think about it is how do I open up more revenue streams so I don't only rely on ad revenue. Okay, now if we look at how much they're making 4.2 million views every 28 days. Now they're getting anywhere between $11,000 to $30,000 a month. Now this is again on the more high side of things. I would say it's around the $20,000 to $30,000, just because I know the motorsports is a very high paying niche, because there's people that are willing to invest. A lot of people that are interested in like Formula One tend to be more on the upper or the higher class people, and they do have more money to spend in. So again, that is very good, and you could see that they are getting very, very good views. The next one is probably my least favorite one out of date, and that is religious beliefs. Okay, now the reason I don't like this is because there are people out there that are using people's beliefs to actually get clicks on. For example, they like, not this channel in particular, but there are channels that say
this is a message for you, you need to click on it now, or something like that.
And you're basically just taking people's beliefs and making them click their video, or even guilt tripping them sometimes to watch your videos. And obviously they're just doing that so they can obviously profit from it, and I don't recommend doing that at all. As long as you actually have a belief in what you're making content around, then I do recommend getting yourself involved in. Again, this video is the 8 underrated niches. This is an underrated niche to get yourself involved in. Just be careful when you actually get involved in this content. Do it with a pure heart. A very sensitive topic here, so just keep that in mind when you get into this. Okay, now the ease of creation for this channel would be fairly simple. Again, what you're doing is just getting clips from other big people known in their space. And for example here, he's gotten Bishop Mari, I think I've said that right, I'm not too sure. But what they do is just get clips from their YouTube videos and they cut them up and make like compilation style videos where they talk about a certain part or certain moment, and then they just repost it, and it's basically just using other people's names to obviously get clicks and watches on. Okay, now this is good. So for the ease of creation, again, I'll give it a 4 or 5. Very good one for newbies to actually get themselves involved in. Now the earning potential, again, I don't really see how else you can monetize these channels apart from YouTube, so always keep that in mind as well. So I would give it a 3. I'll give it a solid 3. Now you could see with 1.9 million views, it's estimated to make around $5,000 to $14,000. Now I think this is around the $9,000, but don't quote me on that. I don't have a channel in this niche, or I don't know too much about this niche, but I do know it's a growing niche, and there's a lot of people starting to make these niches as well, and they all tend to get very, very good views. Okay, now for the next one, and the most surprising one for me, is now Stickman animations. Okay, now Stickman animations are videos that I've seen that are currently blowing up a lot, and what they tend to do is just to be stickmen, and their animations, and they could be about anything. So this particular channel is about like self-help, how to be better, be productive. I've seen other ones talking about doing some comedy skits as Stickman. I've seen others teaching you how to do content on Instagram, but the idea is you're a Stickman and you kind of make content around a particular topic. Okay, but the niche itself is Stickman. Now what this channel is actually doing quite smartly, we could see that they're posting like quite a few times and they're getting decent views. If we look at their most popular video, we could see that this video posted 4 months ago got 3 million views, and the oldest one was their first video. Okay, so you could see that this channel actually knows what they're doing. They're making good content and they're actually smashing it. If you really look at it, okay, they're actually smashing it. The first video got 3 million views, which is insane, and they've only been doing it for 4 months, which is like crazy if you think about it. Okay, so they're doing that. Now they're not only doing that, they are also pushing their viewers into a website that they've made, and now they're selling their own products and stuff. Again, that's very creative of them to think of, because I wouldn't have really thought of a way how to actually monetize their content. But for this particular channel, it makes sense because they're talking about how to be productive. So they also have a member staff, so you can actually pay a monthly subscription to join their membership, with the highest one being £42. Okay, so that'll probably equivalent to $50 or something like that. But they also sell their own products, which again opens up another revenue stream, okay, which is good. Now if we see how much they're earning, with 1.7 million views, they're earning around $4,000 to $12,000. I'd probably say this is in the high side of $8,000 or $9,000 or even $10,000, just because it's talking about being productive, being better. And again, people that watch this type of content tend to be are more willing to invest and spend money if they see an ad. Okay, for the ease of creation, I would say it's fairly simple, not too hard. I would give it a 5, maybe even a 6, just because you always need to make sure that you've got the right stickman, and your editor needs to obviously involve the stickman, the same one. But in terms of that, I wouldn't say it's too hard at all. And for the earning potential, I would give it around the 6 or 7. I'm just not really too confident on how you could convert those viewers into joining a community where the stickman is like the main person or something. Okay, so I would give it around a 6 or 7 because I'm not too sure if the conversion rate is there. And if you are new, then I highly recommend you start making content around these niches. Okay, now this next niche, you could nearly guarantee 1 million views in each video, and that's high production videos. Okay, now this channel here is just insane. If you haven't heard of it, it's called Fern. Now Fern, their video production is crazy. I recently watched a podcast where it said they spent nearly around $10,000 just on creating the content itself. Okay, so imagine how much money goes up front to make this type of content, but they basically get millions of views in every single one of their videos. Okay, just look at Fern. We say the oldest one, their oldest video got 7.1 million, 3.2 million, 1.9 million, 3.3 million, and we could see that every video nearly has 1 million views. It's insane. It's insane. They get millions of views in every single one of their videos. So this channel's making bank. Like, they put in so much upfront, so much investment, and they're killing it on YouTube. Okay, for you to be doing YouTube automation for 1 year and get 3.7 million views, subscribers, sorry, with just 72 videos is insane. Okay, that's like unheard of numbers, right? So now the way they actually make their money is literally just by creating content on YouTube. But what they've done is now they've actually learned the skill set and they know what people want. Okay, so they've mastered of understanding what people actually want to see on YouTube, and what they've done is they've basically created other channels with the same editing style but on different topics. Okay, because not everyone's going to be interested in the hacker who destroyed Hollywood. Okay, but now they're making content around cooking and all different sort of things, which is insane, and we're actually going to see how much they are making. Okay, so we're going into view stats, and we could see with 18 million views they're making around $20,000 to $44,000. Now I do think it's a little bit higher than that. I would say it's probably around the 60, 70 or even $80,000 a month. That's quite insane, especially for 18 million views. I don't think it's that much. I think it's way higher than that, because they did say it was a little bit higher than that. So I don't think that's exactly what they're getting. Just by that, they're definitely making quite a bit of money. Okay, so high production quality videos or channels, they also tend to do very well. Now the downside to that is the ease of creation for this is basically it's very hard to do. You need the right skill set, the right talent, you need the funds up front to invest in as well. And the earning potential, I would give it a 8 or 9, even possibly a 10. If they add like different services or products that they could do and sell, then that could obviously just 10 or even 100x their revenue. Okay, and for the last underrated and definitely my favorite one is true crime. Okay, now this is Dr. Insanity. Now Dr. Insanity is like destroying the true crime niche. Okay, the Dr. Insanity with Explorer, they're like the goats when it comes to true crime. Now I actually do have a true crime channel myself, and I'm going to be showing you some of the RPMs that our channel makes. And if you don't know what RPM is, that's the revenue per mile. That's basically how much you get paid for every 1,000 views. Okay, now Dr. Insanity is killing it. We could see that their videos are getting millions of views consistently. So 2.3, 2.6, 2.3, 1.8, 2, 4.6, 10 million, 2.9 million, 3.7 million, 4.7 million, 2.9. There's just millions of views for all their videos. Okay, if we look at the most popular, we can see that's 28 million. And if we look at the oldest, which is 2 years ago, it's 28 million as well. So these guys are making bank. Like, this is the definition of a faceless channel. Okay, let's actually see how much their channel is making, and when you see this number you're going to be shocked. Okay, when I first started YouTube automation, this is one of the channels I first looked at. Well, it wasn't Dr. Insanity, it was Explorer of Us. They've been in the game for a while as well, but when I saw how much they were making, this is what kind of pushed me to make a true crime channel. Okay, so with 24 million views, this channel is making around 65 to 180,000 views. Okay, now that's insane. Now I can actually tell you that this is actually correct. Now this is probably even around 200,000 views, just because I have 2 channels in the true crime niche as well, and we're making numbers similar to this as well. It's quite insane. But Dr. Insanity is actually killing it with Explorer of Us, probably even doing more. I would say it's probably even doing around $200,000 to $250,000 every single month with the views that they're getting. Now the ease of creation of this is quite difficult. The only reason is because you actually have to go out there and get the clips yourself. Now the way to do this is quite difficult. You can't use social media platforms. You do need a bigger team, so you do have to keep that in mind. Now, for the ease of creation, I would give it around a 8 or 9. Being difficult, because it is quite difficult. And for the earning potential, I'll give it a 9 or a 10, just because I know that you can make so much money. It's quite insane, especially if you package your videos right. Again, YouTube automation is about grabbing attention, grabbing a bigger market. Okay, so we want to grab as much as attention from a bigger market as possible. Okay, and with true crime videos, that's probably the best way to grab anyone's attention, because if I put a title in front of you that's just insane, you're going to be likely to click it, I'm going to be likely to click it, or anyone will be likely to click it, just because we've actually using trigger words with a lot of emotion, and true crime actually gives you that advantage to use. Okay, now I said I was going to show you one of the RPMs for our channels, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, so here you could see that this video got 1 million impressions. The click-through rate wasn't that good, but we got around 68,000 views. Okay, if we go to the overview section, we could see that we got 68,000 views and it earned us $1,200. Okay, now the revenue for this video is $18 for every 1,000 views, and the CPM was $26. Okay, now this is very, very, very high RPMs. Okay, now the bad thing about this is we were actually showing our students a couple of years ago on this video. We were telling them how we've done it, step-by-step process. We showed them the exact process we've done, and we actually got a lot of hate from people, and they reported our videos. So we actually stopped earning money for this particular video. We actually stopped getting impressions. We got an email saying that they were just attacking our video, and they were just canceling, striking our video, and it basically stopped earning money. But you could see that the RPM for this video is $18, so that's insanely high, and the CPM was around 26. All right, so I'm actually going to show you guys. I'm going to refresh this so you know that this hasn't been changed. So it's been refreshed. Yeah, all right, so you guys saw it refreshed. Nothing's changed, nothing's been inspected. Like, this is the American US dollar. You can see the US dollar here. This is American US dollar. Can't even save it because it's already the US dollar. You can see it's been pushed out, how much we've made, how many subscribers, the watch time, the revenue. We've actually been able to make quite a bit of money with this as well. Now, what we do that they don't do, we actually funnel our viewers into a paid community. Now, if you check out one of the other videos that we posted, we actually show you exactly how we funneled our viewers into that paid community with all proof, screenshots, actually walking you through the actual data and showing you guys what we've been able to do. Now, if you want to learn exactly how to do what we're doing, go join our private community. It's the first link in the description. We've been able to help many of you guys go from nothing to over 10K a month, and I'll see you inside.